Howdy, adventurers! Welcome back to the Forged 20 podcast. I am your host and game master for Tales of Lodrienth, Zach Coldiron. We would like to formally welcome you back to another episode of Tales of Lodrienth. Before we go ahead and get started, we'd like to announce that we are still looking for advertisers to present ad blocks during our podcast. If you have any questions and you want to reach out to us, you can reach out to me on Facebook, Instagram, or you can email me at ironforgedentertainment@outlook.com for any inquiries to have your small business represented on the show. Besides that, we have no other announcements at this time. Now, it's time for our minds to link, and we travel together to the realm of Nakathis for the next episode of Tales of Lodrienth. Alrighty, welcome back everybody to another episode of the Forged 20 podcast. I'm your game master, Zach Coldiron, and, well, I'd like to first open up with our sponsor. The Last Waltz Media, your go-to podcast for dirt track racing. Go ahead, give my boy Donnie a follow. He's been so gracious to sponsor the podcast for the last month or so. Please, please, please give him some love on his Facebook, his Instagram. Give him a follow and give him some love. Besides that, I can now recap what happened last time. Upon disembarking the city of Polaria to the much smaller town of Ravenmoore, you all found a drained body missing its brain in the brush near the crater. Shortly thereafter, you were ambushed by a kobold, a hobgoblin, and a goblin. After this brief skirmish, the goblin, whose name we learned is Gibblegoo, got away and escaped deeper into the woods. After trying to track down the goblin, the party was approached by a brass female dragonborn named Crocker Liliosa, clad in gold armor and silver trim. After a brief interaction, you discover that she's a captain in a faction called the Golden Dragons, who are worshippers of the Lifebringer Elikor, one of the prime deities. You also learn that their guildmaster of the Golden Dragons is someone with great knowledge named Arnis, who is located in the capital city of Elia. Briefly after, you all did find Gibblegoo, and with a little bit of pity for the creature, Moros killed it. And after a very deep conversation, the group has bonded a little closer. And after your travels in the night, you have now arrived to the town of Ravenmoore, which you can tell is very much brand new, under construction and being built. You can see a couple of major buildings. The one that is almost fully completed, minus the roof, is what clearly appears to be a church of some kind. On top of the perch of this church is a symbol of a skull with scales on it. By scales, I mean like a weight scale. You can see down this path where there's some residential-looking areas, two guards clad in silver and gold armor kind of walking and patrolling the streets, kind of approaching you. They definitely take up a full part of the path, and it's kind of hard to go around them as they kind of approach you. Greetings. You see the one with, it's got more like of a teal kind of color to their gold armor. A human male with tan skin and short brown hair and a beard, who looks at each of you. Welcome to the city of Ravenmoore. We're still a little under construction, but if there's some things you want to check out, the Church of Sarkot here is pretty nice. We have a local blacksmith who has been forging for a very long time, who's decided to take place here, so you'll find high quality weapons and armor there. And just do be careful. We are on the hunt for something. Keep an eye out. I suspect it to be a vampire of some kind. We found some bodies exsanguinated in the town. I don't mean to drive you away, but just be careful.
I mean, do we know what it looks like?
Not really. Hard to see in the night. Get glimpses of it. I don't have dark vision. But I saw an attack yesterday.
They have the back of their skulls ripped out.
Yeah, how did you know that?
Oh, it's happening in Polaria, too.
Oh, fuck.
It's not a vampire.
Not a vampire. But these
Can't tell you what it is, but it's not a vampire.
These bodies we found, though, were exsanguinated, sucked dry of blood, and lack of brain. This is... So you represent the city of Polaria. You must know Lord Etzal, correct?
I mean, represents a very... I mean, that's a pretty strong word. I mean, we did some things, and we saw some stuff there, and that's about it.
I see. Well, tread carefully in the night, gentlemen. I would recommend finding a place to stay. There is an inn, if you wish to do that. It is called Grimex Rest. It's located, actually, right here in this building. Points at this one right here. I'm gonna go make my rounds. You gentlemen have a nice day. As they kind of walk past you and down this trail, as you're free to explore the town.
Cool. More octopus people. That's fun. Any ideas? Any thoughts on how to, like, possibly bait it out?
Well, one of us could be bait. Never be the simplest, but obviously the most dangerous. Perhaps we
I don't have brains.
for someone else to be bait.
I don't have brains. I could bait them out. I could look like something that has brains, and then go from there.
We could work with this. Perhaps we should ask around the town and see where the previous attack sites were. Triangulate the most common area of an incident, and that is where you will lay the trap, so to speak.
Double checking, by the way, the Sarkot is the god of death and justice, right?
Correct.
Sounds like a good idea. I guess start at the first place. Well, with the place where... Wait, you told us where the inn is. Is the inn in the tavern? Or the bar, or whatever you want to call it here? Oh, is that all the same, or... fuck, who knows?
Usually is.
Alright. Well, yeah, we should probably start there, try to figure out.
Say we check out the place, grab a few drinks. Try to get some lips loose.
1 second while it loads this map, and I'm going to add some things.
Some things.
Boop. Alright. By the way, if you guys aren't already, go ahead and give us a listen on Spotify. We'd appreciate it. There's less breaks in between of me setting shit up. Let's see.
Very good quality as well.
Thank you, brother. I work really hard to make sure they're the best possible.
Yeah, I enjoy listening to them while I'm at work. Like what I usually do while I'm at work is listening to that.
I just like hearing my own voice.
Let's put some...
Really?
That's why I listened to it on Spotify. Actually, I was listening to it on Spotify the other day. I thought it was you guys talking. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys?
All right. As you all make your way, you see... there you go. The sign to the tavern. And it says Kaz's Eatery above the... on the sign on the door.
Who the fuck is that pink-haired motherfucker?
It's not hair.
Oh, delete that person. But you see a couple of people scattered about. There's Some dwarves sitting at a table over here, maybe a couple, you're not sure. A group of dragonborn buddies having a drink together, having a jolly time, and then 2 men kind of just sitting there enjoying their drinks in solitude, as there is a lone bartender who you can just see like a little bun of really bright orange hair just over the counter, kind of like moving back and forth, clearly occupied with something.
What is... sorry if you said it. What is the racial makeup of everyone here?
So
mainly human?
So you see there's 2 humans in here, 2 dwarves, and 2 dragonborn.
Okay. I'm assuming the humans are the ones sitting by themselves, right?
That is correct.
Okay. I'm gonna roll roll a what do you think? Perception or investigation to determine how intoxicated the 2 humans are at this point.
Roll me an insight check for that.
Insight, gotcha. It's being very laggy right now, so
It's kind of like
take a
this last
second.
night. Ran Curse of
Ooh, that's
Strahd
bad.
last night, and it was a little laggy. Yeah, it's
It's like probably gonna be a 5.
he
Yep, a 5.
called it a 5. You could
I
just
can see
tell
the dice on what it landed on.
he's got a little glass with a little bit of a brown liquid in there of some kind. He just takes a sip. Doesn't appear to be drunk, just enjoying a drink by himself.
And turn my back to the crowd. All right. None of them seem drunk yet. They all seem like they can kind of hold their liquor. Get them as drunk as you fucking can. Get them talking. You know, loose lips, all that shit. I'm gonna leave and I'm gonna come back as someone else.
Well, I was
So-
hoping you could do some magical bullshit and make them talk. I don't want to spend money on these people.
I wish I could. I really do. But my magical bullshit kind of only applies to murder and changing my shape, which I'm gonna go try to do right now.
All right, well,
I'm gonna walk out and around the corner, up behind a couple boxes.
Moros, I'll just do the next best thing and talk to the barkeep.
Miles watches as you walk in. I'm standing there.
I'm going to try to.
You gonna stand out here all day?
Moros just kind of looks at you. You really think it's a good idea that I go in there and talk to those people?
No,
Exactly.
but you can go in and get a drink.
I'll go with you. I'll be moral support.
As you both approach the bar, you see the posterior side of a short dwarven woman with her hair tied in a braided bun atop her head. She's trying to reach for a box that's just a little too tall for her to grab, and she's on her tippy toes and she can't seem to reach it. Come on. You see she's a little flustered. Turns around, locks eyes. Kind of comes over. You can see that she's got really bright blue eyes. Like, they're so bright that it's like brighter than any blue that you've probably ever seen in your life. Yeah, welcome to Kaz's Eatery. I am Cassandra. It is a pleasure to meet you. Is there anything you guys are interested in drinking right now?
Two cheapest ale.
Cheap. You want that dirt water? I got you. One sec. She walks over to this barrel. You see the beer
Water.
beginning to like foam up. Slides you to. It's called dirt water, but I promise you're gonna like it. Slides it to both of you. That'll be 5 5 copper pieces.
I placed the copper pieces on the bar top.
Another new face. Hello. Welcome.
What is the strongest liquor you got?
You want the strongest liquor. All right. 1 second. I got to go to the back. It's going to cost you, though, a little bit extra.
You go get it.
Yes, sir. You say less. And you see her trottle on to the back. Doom. You see the door kind of... And after like a minute or two...
Hello there, man with the handsome scarf. Oh, you're drinking that shitty little dirt water, huh?
Puts a...
I'm not even going to ask.
She puts like a 24-ounce pitcher on your... right in front of you on the bar. And this is like a very amber-looking ale. And you can smell the very pungent smell of alcohol reeking from this drink. This is the Kaz special.
I struck it big in the mines, so I got a couple gold on me today.
All right, so that'll be 2 silver pieces and 5 copper pieces.
Well, like I said, I got a couple gold, so here's a gold piece.
Oh my God! Thank you so much. Can I come?
Can't
can
do
I come
math
hug
now?
you?
So I'm sure you'll do me right, and you won't steal me on any of my, my change.
No, drinks on the house for you, for all 3 of you for the rest of the night. Oh my God!
What? I mean,
I could invest this.
What? It's just a coin. I don't.
We don't
you
see
know
a lot
what?
of
I ain't gonna
gold
question
around here. Or Newtown.
I ain't gonna question it.
I wish we
Well then, everyone, you heard me. You heard her, folks. Drinks are on that cold coin.
Whoa! No! I just said you 3. What are you doing?
What 3? What are you talking about? What? Why just us 3? Why not everyone else? Here, I'll give you the second gold coin I made today for everyone else.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Not bad, not great. I got a +5 in it, so we'll see. Looking like it's gonna be a 16.
16. With a 16, she looks at you, kind of squints her eyes. Money's money, I guess. And she takes the coin. All right. Drinks on the house for the next 45 minutes. And everyone goes, yeah!
All right. Well, I'm gonna take my picture of.
Take that, Dalton.
I'm dying. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
It's all the dust from the mines.
I had to mute.
It's the coal from the mine.
It is. It literally
I'm gonna take my picture of this here fine liquor, and I'm gonna go sit with my people. I'm gonna carry it over and look like I'm walking right towards the dwarves, and I walk right past them. I sit next to the old man. Care to share a drink with me, sir?
I don't see why not.
Hey, you got when I take the big old fucking jug with both my hands and set it down on the table.
Now, is that the car
Let everyone else do
special?
the things. No, I don't know. I just bought it for 2 gold, so.
I see. So, what is your name, sir?
You know, I've been down in the mines so long, I don't remember.
You've been working in the mines. I see.
What was
That cough. I can tell you must be a miner, clearly. I respect your line of work.
Yep, I totally have lungs to cough. They definitely aren't gone.
Well, they'll never die if you keep such a positive mindset, young man. You can truly never die. Trust me.
What?
You
know
see
what?
him pass out. He passes out.
That man's starting to scare me. I'm gonna go back to the nice folk with the cloak on.
This man is
Help
completely
me, man.
unconscious as you're walking away. He is so fucked up, and he was so good at hiding it.
I think that old man was trying to do dirty things to me.
Oh,
I think I heard him call you a young man.
It was kind of scary. I thought I don't know what was going on there. He said something about never losing my youth, and I don't know. No, I'm scared now. Hold my hand, kind stranger.
No.
Moros is going to raise his hand towards the barkeep to get her attention.
oh! She trots over. Hi there, stranger. How can I help you?
Okay, so I'm going to use a feature here, but I'm going to roleplay said thing, but I'm going to use my folk hero rustic hospitality feature, okay? Now, I'm going to use this to, like, get information, you know, they're going to like me, get along with me because of it, but, with this feature for rustic hospitality, excuse me. Where is it? Why can I not find it? I just was looking at it.
It's under description, under folk hero. Since you come to
Thank you, sire. Yes, I can find a place to hide, rest, recuperate among other commoners, unless you've shown yourself to be a danger, and I have not. They'll shoot me from law or anyone searching for me, and they won't risk their lives. But they won't risk their lives for me. What I'm trying to do here, seeing how they're going to be inclined to be hospitable to me, I'm going to try to get some information about those murders and things going on here. So, I'm going to reach into my pocket and pull out a very, very old and very rusted emblem, a steel symbol of a antler, or not just one, like a set of antlers on a the skull of a deer. It's not like a living deer, it's the skull of it. It is a fine silver color, but it's been very dulled and rusted over the years. So you can still see some of the silver that's there, but this is clearly a item of long ago. As Moros shows it to the bartender, he says, I've heard you had some mishappenings here in the town. My name is Moros Omenborn. I'm a knight of the Wild Hunt, and I'm here to investigate these problems. Typically, an innkeeper such as yourself, hears many things and knows many things. I would greatly appreciate any help you could give me in investigating this. I'm here to make the problem go away. What can you tell me about these people that went missing? Any enemies they may have had? Any frequent comings and goings in certain places? And just when and where did they ultimately meet their demise, if you know?
So, a lot of the bodies that have been found, actually, one of the guys over there, she points at the conscious human who's sitting there having a drink by himself. Yeah, he actually, he lost his wife to what the Golden Dragons. You saw that they were here. They're investigating a potential vampire being in the area. They said that they found some bodies exsanguinated, no blood in them, mostly near the crater, but one was nailed to the top of the Church of Sarkot that I'm certain you all saw as you entered town. Like it was sending a message or something. I don't know, but most of the bodies were found near the crater. By the way, Moros, my name is Cassandra. It is a pleasure to meet you. She extends her hand, even though she's reaching right over the counter. Like, she's very short.
Moros returns the gesture and shakes Cassandra's hand. He says, a pleasure. Could you point me in the direction of the... First off, let me ask you this out of game. Is it a different crater than the big crater that we went to previously?
It is the same crater, because they're talking about the crater that's just right outside town.
So, I will ask you this then. could you point me in the correct direction of the church?
Yeah, sure. Here, I actually have a map. Let me show you real quick. And she pulls out a map of Ravenmoore. And I'm going to take us back to the screen. All right, so if you look here, right here, this big building. This is just a really shitty drawing. I'm sorry. I wish this is just what the mayor provided us. But you can see here, this building right here, and she like circles it. This one right here.
The one next door.
Yep, exactly. Right next door to here.
Very well. Anyone there I should speak to?
Yeah. There is the soul sage there, priest of Sarkot. You could probably speak with them. They'd probably know a little more. Her name is Harengan. She's also the judge of the town, the law keeper as well, so might be decent to build a connection with her, especially when you're investigating something of, potential undeath.
Very well.
In my travels in time, doing what I do, would I ever met this person?
No.
With that particular one set.
No, you wouldn't have met this person before.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I know I interact with some priests. I just wasn't sure if this is this person would be one of them.
No.
Okay. God damn, it's fucking fun.
Well, thank you, Kazandu. Here, for your time, I hand her a silver coin. And if you should ever need it, I will be in this town perhaps for the next day, maybe the next 2. If you require any need of assistance or someone in the town needs assistance, do find me.
You see her eyes widen a little bit as you say that. Well, all right. I might take you up on that,
I'm going to look
Mars.
at Lloyd.
What?
And as I look at Lloyd, I also look at the little man, because let me do this. I'm going to make an insight check to see if Moros knows the little man is Cobras or not. Because he's kind of, he's not really paying attention on that kind of
You
stuff.
didn't interact with Chorus in the first town, so you wouldn't necessarily know.
Exactly. That's why I'm going to insight check to see if he knew. Because he knew okay, so 14. I knew he was coming back.
Alright, let's see if my deception was better. Or my performance, I should say.
Either or would work.
My deception would be an automatic success. Nope, you know it.
Okay.
Looks like it's gonna be an 11.
Alright, so I look at the little man and I look at Lloyd. Well then. Do either of you wish to go talk to the man sitting down, or to go talk to the priest? Because if not, I'm going to go talk to the priest, the soul sage.
Hold on. Yeah? Sure, kind stranger. I guess I could go talk to the man who lost his wife if I need to.
Why don't you do just that? And Lloyd, you can do whatever you feel like. But if you wish, you can accompany me to speak with the soul sage.
I think I will accompany you.
I look at the little man.
He's hacking up a lung.
Yeah, he's literally like dying. I'm watching coal and soot come out of his lungs, literally. He's undead, so like for me that makes perfect sense. I'm watching him like cough up ashes and shit, and I'm just like, damn. I look right at him. This was an excellent disguise. You almost had me.
What disguise?
I get up and walk away.
Who are you?
Who are you? I'm gonna head
Why
over
did
to
that
the...
strange, shiny red man talk to me like he knew me?
He's losing his mind. He's got that
He's
dry
sundowning.
thought brain. But yeah, me and Lloyd are gonna head over to the Soul Sage and him to speak.
Okay, what about you, Chorus? What are you gonna do?
I'm scaredly take over the jar of liquor. I mean, the big, scary, shiny red man told me to do this. Sorry, I was being delivered a package of cough drops.
Oh,
Care package inbound.
Literally. Okay, give me a second.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, hey there, fella. You look like you could use a friend or a drink. Probably the drink.
He doesn't speak. He just like sits there and like is
Here
staring
you
into
go.
nothing.
And I start pouring the drink into his cup. Just tell me when.
He looks at you and makes eye contact as it's about to overflow. He puts his hand over it.
Okay, that feels like a waste. You could have just used your words. Now you got a drink over your hand.
It's quite
Oh
alright.
God, my lungs.
He takes a sip of the drink and puts it down.
Well,
Something I can help you with.
you know, the big scary red man told me to come give you a drink. Heard about your wife? Wish I could say I feel for you, but I don't remember mine. I don't even know if I had one. I'm gonna be honest. I spent so much time down in them mines, I don't remember my own name. So, you know, I was sitting here to commiserate with you, and I'm trying to do my best.
he's gonna have to change his identity and come back again.
Thanks for the good gesture, stranger. But I would like to drink in alone.
Well, you know, there's always time to talk, I guess. I don't really know. He kind of wasn't sure. Well, I'm not entirely sure why he wanted me to give you the drink. No, my lungs. Maybe he, you know, saw this sickly dying old man and was like, get the fuck away from me, go bother that dude. I don't know. But whatever reason, I'm here now.
Out of character, do you not know why you're supposed to be talking to this guy?
You don't know.
Well, I do appreciate the kind gesture. He raises a glass. Would you like to toast anything?
To not being dead. And he fucking downs it.
Here, here, and he clinks the glass on the table and drinks this entire whatever you even gave him. Drinks the entire thing.
How drunk is he now?
Roll me an insight check. Let's see how drunk you think he is.
Because I ordered top level fucking pure alcohol. It's teetering. Looks like it's gonna be an 11 though.
11. You can tell that in any second, this man is about to pass out. He is staring into the fucking abyss as then suddenly he just... Boom! Forehead on table.
Well, I gotta use the bathroom. He gets up and walks out.
You going to the church with them?
And the moment he steps outside, the disguise disappears. And he turns back to Chorus, and the door closes, of course. Turns back into Chorus. Alright. And just continues walking.
To the church for you?
Went there and got people drunk.
To the church, I guess. He's just kind of wandering around till he sees them.
Alright,
Nice.
as Lloyd
walking.
and Moros, you guys are approaching the doors to the church, which are closed at this time.
Well,
Big,
why'd
large
y'all
stone
just let me
doors.
stand by the door there? What was going on with that?
Moros slowly turns, like his head lifts up at the, and so upon hearing his voice, his head lifts up, and you can almost see steam start to radiate off of him. He slowly turns. Did you get any information from the old man about what happened to his wife?
Oh, what? What old man?
Moros slowly turns to Lloyd. I don't know how much longer I can contain my rage, Lloyd.
I went to the bathroom to go change into my disguise, and then I got stuck in there. And then I came back, and y'all were gone. So...
Do you adopt the personalities of the things you transform
No,
into?
like, I legitimately was stuck in there, and nobody came to help me, and I had to break the door down.
The hell are you going on about? You were standing right there when we were when the bartender, the old man.
Oh, I mean,
Did you?
the little old man?
Yes. The minor.
I'm sorry, you said an old man, and now you're saying a minor. Can you...
Yeah, an old man minor who was who was having a coughing fit.
Yeah, I saw the little old man, too.
What? You weren't you
Yeah.
the little old man?
No. What?
Thoughts take me, please. And then just
No,
Moros.
no, my little old man isn't a minor. My little old man is is the prospector. He's the guy who runs the mine. That guy was like an actual miner. Didn't you see the suit and coal on him?
Do you?
I'm fucking with y'all. I'm just fucking with y'all. Yeah, I know. No, the guy refused to give me anything, downed his drink, and then fucking passed the fuck out.
Okay, because you were still slightly using the voice for the old man.
No, I mean, that's just kind of my normal voice, especially when I'm dying.
What?
How does Bones get sick?
They do when murderous rage fills them.
As you walk into this temple, you see that this is obviously the only thing that is completely and fully constructed. A very simple church with red tiles on the floor. You see these black pews with some people, kind of sitting. They look like they're praying. On each side, there's two statues, humanoid statues wielding weapons. And at the altar, you see reading a book, a female clad in very dark black plate armor with a cape on the back that is lined with the color red. She has a lot of looks like she might have put some makeup on, has very red lips, and she's just reading this book. Clearly looking a little frustrated, but what would you guys like to do?
Moros is approaching the priestess. And he's walking right down.
Boros finds the statue of Sarkat and just starts talking to it.
Sit right here and watch the process.
Lloyd joins the
Joins the
congregation.
Joins the congregation. Curse is talking to inanimate statues.
Oh wait, I'll sit right here. I can't get up on the stage. The stage is special. I'll be right before the stage.
As you see, as she turns a page and looks up to meet your gaze, she looks a little surprised. Ah, a tiefling. Hello there. Welcome.
Is it morning, evening, or afternoon?
It is the morning, about 8 a.m., 9 a.m.
Good morning. My name is Moros Omenborn, Knight of the Wild Hunt. I've come to this place due to some unfortunate mishappenings to the people of this town. I've heard of potential murders and the potential of some monsters. I spoke to some guards and they mentioned possibly vampires.
Yeah.
They told me to come speak with you. That you may have some information that could help me in this investigation.
I might. I'm actually reading about vampires right now. She hands you the book that she's reading. And it literally says on the cover, a guide to vampires.
Can I do a quick little history check to see if I've read this? Oh wait, no, I can't. Oh. I hand her I open the book. I look at the title. I can't
read. You can't read.
I can't read. That's literally one of my character traits and flaws is that I can't read. This is the first time it's come up. I haven't had to read anything. So, and she hands me the book, and she says, it's a book about vampires. I look at it, I nod. Yes, excellent. I'm sure this has taught you much. And I hand it back.
Yes, it has.
Oh, I'm not trying to roll athletics. Sorry.
You're fine.
That's not what I was trying to do there.
She
wasted roll.
Opens back to where she was, looks up at you. Well, Moros Omenborn, it is a pleasure to meet you. I am Soul Sage Harengon. I am the sage.
What was the name again? I'm sorry?
Harengon.
Harengon. Okay. Sorry, I just wanted to spell it. I can spell it. Okay.
So you seek knowledge on how to kill vampires, From what I'm reading now, there's a couple of
vampires
things that you could do. Stake to the heart, running water, holy water. The thing is, it's about capturing a vampire. They're powerful. But this thing seemed almost too...
Lady Harengon.
Feral. Oh, yes, sorry. Ranting. Brain scrambled, sorry.
I do not wish to be the bearer of bad news, but these attacks are not from a vampire. At least to my suspicion. I come from a town not so far from here. Polaria. Very similar incidents have occurred there. I've investigated it and found the source of the disturbances to be quite disturbing. You necessarily won't know how to deal with these things. What I do need to know is if you could help me track this creature, where they're coming from, who they've killed, where they've killed them, at what times they've killed them, so that I can best lay a trap to capture this thing and eliminate it. Could you help me in that regard?
Roll me a persuasion check with advantage.
That's a 20.
As you see her close the book, puts it underneath the stand and begins to walk down the stairs towards you. I would love to absolutely kill a vampire with you. They are disgusting, undead creatures that deserve to die.
Sarky Baby would be really upset if he heard you say that.
Lady Harengon, once again, I do appreciate your absolute zeal in eliminating vampires. But once again, I do not believe this threat is of the sanguine origins here.
Are you sure?
I believe it to... Yes. If we are somewhere more appropriate to share these details, may we go there.
Come with me.
I don't think it is appropriate for a congregation to hear this.
Oh, I agree. Come with me. I'd like to show you something. Come. I can tell you why I think it's vampires.
I look right at Lloyd, and I'm like...
I get up.
I look at Covers.
Right,
What's Covers doing?
See you, Sarkup. Buddy, I'll talk to you later. And He's gonna start walking up towards the.
What in the Sam
All
hell?
right. All right now. Yeah. No. Don't. Listen. I get it. You're. You're a human priest. You're of the living. Don't let old Sarky hear you talking like that. He don't take too kind to that kind of language.
Kind of language.
Disgusting, filthy, undead.
Is he like undead?
I mean, he's the protector of all who live in his realm.
Who said disgusting, filthy, undead? Did
Well,
I
the
say
thing
that?
isn't living in his realm, so.
I mean, the undead strictly fall under his domain.
So where they're at is his realm?
Kinda.
That's kind of cheating.
What do you mean?
So you can find undead pretty much anywhere.
I mean, you can find everyone pretty much anywhere.
Yeah,
Are the
But he's
two of you
also-
going to
but it wouldn't
continue
be their
to argue the
original
whole
domain.
way?
I mean, just because something's not somebody's original domain doesn't mean it's not now.
If I own a house
Their
and I'm
home.
here right now, does this mean that I'm in my own domain?
What? No, what do you...
I'm within my own home.
But if
No,
you
I'm
then
here
said
in Sarkot's church.
sold the house, if you said sold the house and then bought the church, you would now be in your own domain. That is kind of a bit more of a fitting.
There was an exchange there. The undead don't make exchanges. They just kind of just
Yes, they do.
be.
That's not entirely true. They give up
Well,
quite a bit.
You all want to
In
see an
most
exsanguinated
cases, it's
corpse,
the-
or
Yeah,
I
show
mean,
us the
yes,
score.
just
Can
yeah.
you
We'll,
please
we'll discuss
correct
the
that?
politics of the undead later.
yeah, it's kind
I
of
can
not
explain it
important.
more and to you how
I
it
thought
works.
we got over this already, anyways.
I'm not going to get into religious ideologies, and you can have your opinion, that's fine, but I worship Sarkot in my own way. Now come with me, come to this. We store some bodies here in a room back here, and she comes, walks up
terrible
the stairs
justice
to the
for it.
back, places her hand on the wall, and a door opens up, and you can see an additional room. Now, this room is not on the map, so this is going to be Theater of the Mind. As you can see, this is a very small rectangular room, 20 feet by 10 feet, and you see in the middle is a body that is completely pale, of an old dwarven man whose eyes are rolled in the back of his head. You can see on his neck are two piercing marks where it looks like a vampire may have bit into its neck. Also, as you see Harangon lift the head up of the body and points to these two bite marks, this is why I think it's a vampire right here. But this is the curious part. She lifts the skull, or the head rather, of the dwarf, and you can see that in the back there is a hole and no brain.
I stick my fingers into the back of the skull.
You just
All
feel
right, well,
bones.
Yep, that's a hole.
That's a mind flayer hole.
A
You're not supposed to
mind
say these
flayer?
things.
No, the octopus man. Sorry, it's a bit of an easier way to describe him. I mean, listen. I explained to you all the city that Sarkot, helped me found. Like, not. I mean, he protects. I thought I told you about this. I trust these people. I mean, even if she views death with her, mortal and bigoted ways, it's fine. She's still a follower of the God of Justice. We can talk about this stuff with them.
So you have a city.
I swear. If Sarkot hasn't told you about it, you don't need to know about it.
What the
It's that simple.
This is why I don't follow any other religion but one, and that's the gold.
I mean, fair enough. He doing my people a great service. He protects us. Uses his mist to guide the lost and bring them to us. I haven't been there in a couple 100 years, but
couple hundred
course.
years?
Of course, I don't need a history
What the
lesson.
fuck is going on here?
Lady, we're dealing with some things here, and that hole in the back of this dwarf skull has pretty much confirmed our suspicions.
the 2 marks on the neck are a little worrying, though. Did they make a vampire into an octopus man?
Could be just a cover-up.
Lady Harngon, your
Yes.
town is currently under siege, potentially by a foreign enemy. Something not domestic to this realm, potentially. They are a creature known as Mind Flayers. These creatures are here to abduct and harvest each and every one of your townsfolk's brains, bodies, and lives. Now, what you have here, pointing at the back of the skull, is a typical case of how they kill their victims. This is their primary source of nutrition, the brain. You, I, Lloyd,
And
Horus,
that's...
all have one. Trying to keep up kayfabe for Horus here on his
I mean,
undead
I
thing.
I
It doesn't
think I
matter
made
here
it
with her,
pretty-
but I'm just gonna say it anyways. But now, perhaps one of these mind flayers has some sanguine properties to them. This is possible. I would assume in our theories and our discussions that we've had about these things, that these creatures can be created. Now, the reason why I need your help in not necessarily killing this creature, we aim to capture one first. We need to find one that is in this town taking these people, making victims of them. You could help us in this. I'm sure you've heard where these people died, or where they were captured, where they went missing, perhaps. If we set a trap, you could be that and be a great aid to us if you wish to be so. But we need to capture this thing, because there are more out there. If it is happening here and in Polaria, I assume there are many more out there. We need to find the source, and we need to kill them.
Corvus has his hand up in the air, waiting patiently for you to finish.
Morris, she said Morris. Moros raises his hand back and gestures, go ahead.
Also, I was thinking about it. I didn't want to raise up any suspicions as of yet, but and I've been thinking about it on the way here, but I didn't have enough concrete evidence. But the bite marks make me think, what if the deserter's not a mind flayer? What if this is the deserter, and the deserter's making the little brain, the walking brains? And what if that's what this is?
It's a 1 to 2 inch hole. You would need to literally cut the skull apart to extract
I mean,
an entire brain.
it's not.
It's not an improbable theory.
My
One that
worry
we
is that
should
we're dealing with.
definitely
We might not be dealing with just, mind flayers.
Well, that's why I suggest, and suggested and still suggest we capture this creature. We set a trap. I like your initial idea of you being the bait, late at night, in a drunken stupor, or faux drunken stupor. You emerge from the tavern.
And I can
Lloyd and I await in the shadows somewhere when the assassin strikes, no doubt to obtain a brain that is not there. The two of us, and if Lady Harngon wishes to be there, I'd prefer she's not in any danger. I don't want any innocent blood being spilt in case this gets nasty, but if she is there, she can help us in obtaining the creature. We need to capture it, though. If we can't capture it, we kill it. But capturing it should be our priority first.
Any of y'all have any particular skill set in traps or capturing? Because as I kind of alluded to earlier, majority of my magic is dealt with death and murder.
Moros looks right at him and raises his eyebrows. Yes, I am definitely well suited for traps and making of traps.
All right, then.
This is exactly what I do.
I mean, that sounds good to me.
I'll help you.
Alright. He wants to help? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Yes.
Well. Alright. Does Lady Harngon have any information on where these people went missing then? Does she know where, like what time, what place they went missing at? Maybe they were all coming from a common place.
So most of the people, they've gone missing at night, and usually it's within the more shadow-covered portions of the town, and seemingly every body is found near the crater. So the body moves from the town to the crater somehow, and is just left outside like it's somebody's littering trash on the floor. So I would assume if we go to the parts of the city that have the most darkness, that potentially we may find what we're looking for.
Very well. Lady Harngon, do you have night vision? Can you see in the darkness?
Unfortunately not, but I have ways of creating light through magical means.
Well, it may not be the best idea for you to be directly within combat range if you need light in order to see. We may need the darkness in order to strike, or in order to hide ourselves and keep that, what's the word, the willingful disbelief that he's not in any danger when he's pouncing on Chorus. Because, believe me, he will be in quite a bit of danger. If this creature tries to escape, we will kill it.
Before we do this, if something happens and I seem to have died, don't walk near me for a bit. Alright. You know, I've only gone unconscious once, and that one time wasn't good. So, yeah, just don't go near me for a bit.
Moros just kind of nods.
Noted.
And also, Lloyd can't see in the dark.
Moros looks over at Lloyd. You can't see in the dark. Moros doesn't know this, so you just look right at him. You can't see in the dark.
Human.
Remember, he had to use the torch for the for the little crawling brains when we fought them. He was waving the torch around and stuff, along with his sword.
I thought he was using it as a defense mechanism. If they jumped at him, he'd shove a flaming stick in their jaws.
That is a fair assumption.
Do they have jaws?
They had something. I mean, they were trying to get into my mask. They have to have something resembling jaws.
Very well.
Oh,
How
and
do we best?
Before also, Lady, dying, Lady Harngon, when you're ready to take another step forward in your faith, go ahead and ask Sarkot about the city founded by the Crimson Bull. He'll help you out more, and you might grow a bit.
Bigger?
I'll pray to Sarkot tonight, if I make it through. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, you should probably pray. I mean, I wouldn't ask now. It's gonna be a whole conversation. Might fuck you up for a little bit. But pray after. But pray before, and please ask him for help, cause yeah, we might need it. Especially if this is the deserter and not one of the regular ones. The deserter, from what we saw, seems to be a necromancer. And chances are he's got a few buddies backing him up.
Well,
So, Are we ready for the plan? Because I do have one.
Fuck it. My job's
Well.
easy.
So, I have the ability to call upon nature's wrath. Spectral vines will spring up and will basically restrain this creature, whoever it is. Whilst you are playing bait, Lady Harnagon and Lloyd will sit in the shadows with me, waiting. We'll set up in a way that will best contain this creature, the assassin, whoever it may be, so that if they do manage to get away from you initially, they will run likely towards one of us. Now, to deal with them not being able to see, we will have an auditory signal. When the auditory signal goes off, we know that the trap has been sprung. The two of them, primarily Lady Harnagon, can cast this lights cantrip spell, illuminate the area so that now Lloyd can see the creature. Whilst she's doing that, and whilst Lloyd is gaining vision, I'm already going to be charging in. The moment that Chorus and this creature are engaged, I'm going to try and ensnare the creature. If I manage to ensnare it on this strike, Chorus and I will use the majority of our strengths to cripple it, keep it from escaping. Lloyd, if it gets away from us, finish it. And Lady Harnagon, same thing. If it gets away from Chorus and I, finish it. We want to cripple it, we don't want to kill it. We want to capture it. If the creature attempts to communicate with us, perhaps tries to beg for mercy, perhaps tries to find a way out of it, no hesitations. We are continuing with the plan. We are capturing it first. Bind it. Do not let it escape. We do not know what it is capable of. But we'll set up a perimeter, the three of us, some sort of triangle formation around around the trap. I'll also make sure to set down a little something that I have, and then Moros looks in his bag and you see he has a bear trap. If the creature does try to escape, I have a few of these I can set down. Maybe it will run into one.
I mean,
Being man-sized, that would cripple it, keep it from escaping.
sound good to me.
Any objections?
No objections here.
Lady Harnagon, can you take us to the best place to set up this trap?
Yes. Come. Follow me as she escorts you all out of the church.
Alright.
And to the outside we go. All right. So the darkest parts of the city would actually be over here. She points off in this direction. There's a wheat farm, and you can see some cattle in the field down over there. Usually gets pretty dark. There's no torch sconces or anything off in this direction. So I think we would be best to set up over that way. Come, follow me, as she leads the way over. All right. So, me and Lloyd should also try to stick to the shadows, yes? And try to triangle this creature in. What if we try to get it into this alleyway here, and she points, like, right over here? This could be a possibility.
I could stumble my way in there.
Okay.
Just y'all hide in the chicken coop.
We could do that. What do you all think?
Want to keep it in a place where it has as few exits as possible. Getting it away from an open field, especially one with obstructions, is a good idea. I agree with Chorus. We should try to bring it into this alleyway if possible. Have him stumble around for a while. Eventually head into the alleyway. Foe passes out. Foe becomes vulnerable in a stupor. The creature will approach if he sells it enough. one of us will come from the chicken coop, another from the alleyway to the north, like right there. So like you got one person there, another person at the chicken coop, so they'll be coming from the right side, and then like another person from like right here. So then the only way they could really get out, they'd be running towards the person at the chicken coop, or they'd be running towards this person or this person. And I'll put and for extra certainty that it doesn't escape, I will lay down the bear traps along the alleyways that have the most room for error. So instead of putting a bear trap here, I'm going to put one here. So if he gets by whoever's at the chicken nest and runs down this small alleyway, he might trip that. And then I'll put one... Actually, yeah, I'll put one... Where do you guys think? Do you think I should put one up here in case he runs up that way, or one further down this way towards the chicken coop area?
How many do you have?
I have two. I put one here to go down this small alleyway. Should I put one here or here?
I mean, both ways should be blocked off for the most part. There's gonna be 4 of us. So, I think probably to the wider bit, so heading out towards this
So I'm gonna mark
over
one
here
for you, Zach. Right there where Dalton just put, I'm gonna put one.
Okay.
And then in between the two houses in the alleyway right there, I'm gonna put one.
All right. Noted. Just remind
here.
me.
And then
one.
Yep.
One there. Oh, here. Let me do it in a circle.
Bear traps there. So, hold on. Yeah, if we draw it, it'll be easier to remember. So we got one here, right? And that's it? The 2?
Yep. On each of those spaces. Yep.
Okay. So
Where's the other one?
there we go.
Right here. I'm sorry.
There we go.
I just had to erase it.
Oh. Okay, so, and then as far as like how we should set up Moros, should Moros be the one coming from the chicken coop because there's a lot of ways to get out there, or should he be closer because he's going to be running up and ensnaring, striking it as soon as it shows up? I think
closer so you don't gotta try to fight. And so you gotta try to fight through stuff.
Alright, I'll hide over here underneath these like stair area, like right there. And then Lloyd should be by the chicken coop because I think he has the best stealth score, and he's the quickest out of the 3.
I have 0 in dex.
You have 0 dex?
Yeah.
Oof. What's Lady Harangon's stats?
You don't know.
Alright, well then Lady Harangon can hang out. Coerce needs to be in the middle. Can we move Coerce to like nearby so I can get like a mental image of it? Or like where he'll be?
I was so zoomed in, wasn't even.
You're like right here, I'm dragging you.
Yeah.
Right.
Pull
So like right there is where you'll be. I think Harangon should be like...
I'm gonna climb up on the roof.
Oh, I like that from Lloyd, yeah. Climb up on the roof and he can jump down if he needs to. Let's have Harangon be over here by the chicken coop. Because she won't need to be stealthy by the chicken coop. The chickens are going to be making noises. She can hide by the hay. She's also kind of around a corner. And given that, I'm actually going to move one of the bear traps. I kind of want... Well, no, because he's going to follow you up through that path. So...
Yeah.
Could Coerce, when you get there, can you move to like right here when you fall in your stupor? Can you be just like up against that house
Yeah,
right
I'm gonna
there?
walk up. My plan is I'm gonna walk in, stumble around, boom, bam, bang, hit this wall, turn my back to the coop, drop my drawers, and pretend like I'm pissing.
Okay, cool. And then that's perfect because once he steps past this little point of no return, I'm gonna come running in because then he can't get away from me. He can't get away from Harangon. He can't get away from Lloyd because Lloyd will obviously just shoot the shit out of him or jump down on top of him. Harangon can jump out from the shadows. The bear traps are there. And then, obviously, I'm on the other side, so I think this could work quite well. All right. Any questions or criticisms of the plan before we begin the stakeout?
Alright, as soon as Chorus gets attacked, Lady Harangon, you need to create a light so that way I can see him.
Once the attacks begin, I will cast light upon your weapon, and it will shine a light. I will make
Well,
sure
I'm going to
do-
be up here.
You're going to be where? Up here? Okay.
Cast
Yeah,
it,
no.
cast it on the creature.
Okay. I can do that.
Or something the creature's wearing. So that it'll illuminate him and harder for him to get away.
Gotcha. I'll make sure I do that.
Ooh, I just got real dizzy.
All right.
Tell me if this is a bad idea, gentlemen, but perhaps we should inform a small portion, a select group of the guard to perhaps maybe
No.
create a perimeter.
Mm-mm.
Probably too
This
obvious.
thing's
He is smart.
hyper intelligent.
I agree. Very well. I'm ready whenever you are, Chorus, whenever you are prepared.
Well, time to go to the bar.
While he goes to the bar, I'm going to set up the bear traps and get myself all snuck away.
I'm gonna hardcore parkour onto this roof and lay on it.
All right. As time passes, waning from day to night. Chorus, you, after spending some time in the bar, is there anything you want to do in the bar?
No, just nurse a few drinks. As the old man, let me turn to the old man real quick. I'll be in there just drinking away. So I don't want to look like I'm armed or anything. As the old man, drinking away. And I'm going to be carrying around the big bottle of liquor that she gave me earlier. I'm just going to be making it look like I'm drinking that. Obviously, I can't fucking digest it, so it just falls through me, but nobody can tell that at the moment. And then when night falls, or when it looks like night's about to fall, and it looks like I'll be able to get to where we are by the time it's dark. I'll start walking my way there.
As you walk by, you can see that the amount of people walking about are beginning to thin out. People are kind of going in for the evening. You can probably assume because of what's happened in this very small town in the last couple of days. As you can hear people closing their door and then locking it as you approach the place where you all are setting your trap. Okay, so where do you guys want Soul Sage Harngon to stand? You guys point where you want me to put her, and I'll put her there.
Chicken coop.
Alright, right here. She'll be
Hidden in the corner of the chicken coop.
I'm gonna
Close enough to run in, though.
I'm gonna have
Like within her movement.
Oh yeah, I gotta open this. Let's have her roll stealth. Okay, not bad. Alright, as you all wait for time to pass, it is nighttime, and it is time for you guys to enact the plan that you guys have set forth to do.
And ladies and gentlemen, that is all that we have time for this week. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Tales of Lodrienth. Please stay tuned, as every Friday at noon we release a new episode of the podcast on Spotify and many other available podcasting platforms that you can find in our link tree. Remember to like and follow us on our Facebook and Instagram, and if you aren't already, we would like to thank our Patreons, Melanie Droz, for this month. And if you want to become a patron, go ahead and go to our link tree and join our Patreon today. So once again, thank you, everybody, for joining us as we sever the link. And we'll see you next time.